Right, hello. Hello. Um, in this video I'm gonna look at the new Ursarctic and Drytron combo fusion thing. Um, yeah, I guess we can fuse field spells now, pretty much. It's like out of a freaking Power Ranger show or something, like Sentai. But, that being said, the fusion looks fucking dope, so it's all fine. Now, usually, in my videos, I go one by one card. So I read the card, check the script, read the next, test it, then read the next card, check the script, etc., etc. However, these two are tied to one another, so we're going to read both and check the scripts of both, and then test them together. It's going to be slightly different, but anyway, let's see. Ursatron, the Celestial, Polar, Illuminaship. Fusion. It's always 2000 Ursarctic and Drytron. Must be spell summoned with Ursarctic Drytron, which is a spell. Must pretend if another effect monster is spell summoned to your field, you can search one Ursarctic or Drytron monster. Okay? And once per turn, you can take one of your banished Ursarctic or Drytron monsters and you add it to your hand. Pretty straightforward effects and simple, so that shouldn't be too hard to. The script shouldn't be that hard to do. The spell is the more complicated card of the two. So let's see, what does it do? Normal spell. Banish both one Big Dipper and Fafnir, which are the field spells, from your hand and or field, and if you do spell summon one Illuminaship, which is this one, from your extra deck. If Polari, which is a level 1 Synchro, or Alpha Thuban, which I forget which one it is, it's just the first one, okay. If Polari or Alpha Thuban is on the field, you can banish one of the above cards from your deck instead. Okay. If you tribute a monster to activate an Ursarctic or Drytron monster's effect, you can banish this card from your gate instead, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so let's look at the script for the fusion monster first. So enable revive limit, we don't need these two, because we add them in the database now. Cannot be special summoned, because it must be special summoned with the spell. So this is the special summon condition. It's always false, but basically it can never be special summoned, except by this, which is going to be specifically special summoning it. We'll get to it in a minute. And then it has the search effect and the retrieve effect. So search to hand, trigger, special summon success, delay, soft once per turn, master zone, and then we have the functions. Let's see, condition. If another effect monster is special summoned to your field. So there exists face up effect master. This should be EG. Face up effect your field, and it needs to not be this one, right? Get handler. Now let me check something. Vampire Sucker. If a zombie special summoned. Yeah, so I think because it doesn't say where is it? It doesn't say while this card is on the field or anything, so if this is special summoned at the same time with something else, it should trigger, I think, but not if this itself is special summoned. Of course, because this is another one. Another effect monster, so it doesn't count itself, basically. Anyway, face up effect on your field. Seems fine. Yeah, special summon to your field. It doesn't matter if the opponent summoned it, so it's gonna trigger if the opponent summons a kaiju on your field, it's gonna search. And then, let's see, this is gonna be the searching part. Is existing monster in card location deck. Able to hunt, type monster, and is a Drytron or Ursarctic. Select, send to hunt. This is standard searching stuff. Should be fine. And then the second effect, to hunt, ignition, target, yep, master zone, soft once per turn again. And let's look at the functions. So this targets one of your banished Ursarctic or Drytron monsters. So they need to be banished on your side of the field. Filter, its existing target, select target, category to hand. So first target, if it's related, send to the hand. Let's see the filter. Face up and filter. The same filter here, which says Ursarctic or Drytron master, able to hunt. Okay, yeah, makes sense. It's exactly the same. We just need to, the master just needs to be face up while banished. This is required so it doesn't. So you cannot target face down banished cards according to rulings. So yeah, I mean you can target them in general, but because this says one of your banished Ursarctic or Drytron monsters, face down banished cards don't have characteristics like name or type, like master or Drytron, etc. So if they're face down, you cannot target them with this. You can target them with something like Cypher, Aim, Lord, Omega, because target one banished card. They are banished cards, they're just not masters or anything if they're face down. Anyway, so the script for this guy seems fine. Apart from, I mean, we fixed a small fix here. Okay. So let's look at the spell, which is going to be the more complicated one. And then we're going to test both at the same time. That's the idea, at least. So let's see. Right. Special summon, remove. Yep. Activate free chain. Target activates no once per turn. The activation. The banishing from the graveyard is going to use the same. Okay, so it has two effects. One is Big Dipper, one is Ursarctic Drytron, which is itself. So this one is the effect that is being used by the Ursarctic costs, by Big Dipper, and by the other spell, Departure. By this one, yeah, because it has the same good thing. Bandscapping again instead of tributing for Ursarctic. So this is basically the same thing. So it should be fine. It's once per turn. Replacing, and this is the one that the Drytrons use now. The Drytrons were updated earlier today to support this kind of effect. Okay, so let me look at this real quick, and then we're gonna look at the activation, because the activations can be the more complex one. So Rapton. Yeah, replace condition. Again, has to remove as cost. Makes sense. Okay. It's type monster. And it's a... Okay, I think you forgot the... This only checks one of the two archetypes. Doesn't check Drytron. Remove. Face up. Yeah, so I think this probably has to do this kind of check. Or C. Set card. And then we're gonna put the other archetype here. This one. There we go. If you attribute a monster to activate an Ursarctic or Drytron monster's effect. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the activation now. It's gonna be the complicated effect. Okay, targets. activation check. Okay, we start with lock being hand or field. So it's gonna be yeah, okay. So if extra check is true, the deck is added. And extra check is probably gonna be what checks if you control Polari or Alpha Thuban. Let's see. Extra check takes TP. Is a good matching card. Face up. These are probably Polari and Alpha Thuban, I'm gonna guess. We can look it up real quick. Polari and Alpha Thuban, okay. If Polari or Thuban is on the field, you can banish one of the above cards. So the way that's written, okay, first of all, it needs to be on field, not just the master zone. And also, if the opponent has it, it should still work. Because it doesn't say if Polari or Thuban are on your field. It says the field, so logically it should count both sides. Okay, so if that's true, then we also add the deck into the location parameter, the variable, which is going to be used later. So G, get matching group, iron filter. So let's see, iron filter are probably Big Dipper, yeah, and Fafnir. Okay. Able to remove, and they're face up or they're not on the field. So so G is the group of all your Fafnirs and Big Dippers that can be banished, and they are face up or they aren't on the field, and they are in the hand, the field, or the deck if the condition is true. If this condition is true, then the deck as well. Okay, and select and so let's check. 2 SP check. Okay, so this checks for different names, so you can only pick one Fafnir and one Big Dipper. Location deck, from the deck you can only pick a maximum of one. Right? You can banish one of the above cards from the deck. You cannot banish both from the deck. And there needs to be an Illuminaship in your extra deck. EDPSG. That can be special summoned. Ignoring summon condition. That's how these kinds of effects are scripted. Using these as material. Okay. Makes sense. Seems fine. Remove. Special summon. Okay, it seems fine. Let's look at the operation. So this is what happens when the effect resolves. Again, the same location check, which makes sense. Again, G, and then SG. This time we select the 2 cards. Key matches remove. If 2 were selected and 2 were banished. Then select what you want to special summon. If you do, special summon. And then special summon. Okay, so that seems fine. Let me take a quick look again. Code. Okay, yeah, it seems fine. So let's test it out now, these 2. Okay, so let's see. First we need to activate the spell. So we need a Fafnir and we need a Big Dipper. There we go. hand indoor field. Let's add another one of each in the deck. Okay, special summon this. And then if Polari or Alpha are on the field, we can use the deck. So let's see, Polari and Alpha Thuban. How do we summon this? Give you another Drytron, so just add a second copy of itself. And we summon this. I think the drivers are an easy way to do it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this way we should have access to both Polari and Alpha Thuban. So we can check if the condition check works fine. The banish from the deck as well. And then the grid effect we're going to test that separately, I think. Let's look at this guy again. If another effect master is special summoned to your field, so you can search. So let's add this and a Drytron in the deck to search. How are we going to trigger the effect? Another effect master is special summoned. Let's just add a confit in our hand. And then once per turn, take one of your banished Ursarctic or Drytron monsters out of your hand. So let's do Gold Sark. It's the easiest way, I think. Okay. This is gonna be our hand. And we can test everything except the graveyard effect. We're gonna do this separately. Okay, so we need 8 cards in our hand. Yeah, let's go. Okay, for starters, if I activate it now, I should be able to use these two. Okay, they're banished. This is summoned. Boom. Okay. So the base it works at the basic level. Now, if I special summon Confit, it should trigger to search. Seems fine. And then, as an ignition effect, we should be able to get a banished one back. So let's banish this. Target. Add to hand. Okay, all good. So he should work fine. It seems he works fine. The ship. So let's restart now. Let's try other combinations with this. So if this is face down, we cannot use it. If it's face up, we should be able to use it. Okay, we just use these two. Same thing. Let's see now. Let's summon Thuban. And now we should be able to use the deck as well. There we go, okay. If I pick this from the deck, I have to pick this from the hand. If I pick this from the deck, I have to pick this from the hand. I can pick, okay, this is fine. So let's pick deck, okay. Summon, shuffle, all good, okay. Let's see. If let's use Polari this time. I want to try using just these. Yeah, it works fine. I don't have to apply the deck effect, basically what I'm trying to say. Special summon, all good, okay. Okay, so that seems fine. Actually, now I can try this actually. next turn because I already normal summoned. So if I say yes, I can banish this, summon. This triggers, of course, you get to search, etc, etc. Now let's try with an Ursarctic as well. Level 7 or higher. Just another Ursarctic, I guess. Ursarctic. And we need this in the graveyard, so let's use Foolish. Burial Goods. It's the fastest way. So again, if I say yes, it gets banished instead, special summon. If I say no, it should prompt me to just tribute as usual. There we go, okay. Summon, okay. So it should be fine. Looks fine. Yeah. That's probably gonna be it for this video. We don't need this. It was already added as a constant. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All good. Okay. So that's gonna be it for this video. Okay, it only took 22 minutes, that's fine. The spell is pretty complicated, but I mean, not pretty, it's a bit complicated, but Eerie scripted this pretty well, so we didn't really have to change that much, if anything, to be honest. Actually, I don't remember if I changed anything in this one. Oh yeah, we changed this. Anyway, very small fixes. The card was basically working pretty well already, just small details that had to be fixed. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I already did the Ice Jade monsters and the Despia cards earlier today. The video's already up. Later today, I'll try and do the Xiangjian. Xiangjian. I don't know how to pronounce exactly Xiangjian. Anyway, these. I'll try and do those later tonight. We'll see. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, go check out the other videos if you want to, if you're interested. Bye bye. Take care.